Welcome to April's Garage, and we got lucky enough to have a sneak peek of the brand new 2025 Cadillac IQ.
Escalade.
Ooh, yeah.
Escalator.
Yeah, but we shot a video
Escalade.
of it, and
Yes.
the audio got kind of messed up.
Well, our friend Elliot had his own audio setup that he was going to loan us for the video, where it's, clicks right into your iPhone, and I couldn't figure it out.
You can't blame Elliot.
It's his fault because it's a stupid. Yeah, it's annoying technology that I didn't want to figure out. So I was like, oh, let's just film it. Let's just do it. Well, here, take a look. It's
okay.
Like me, so.
That's the greatest sunroof channel in all of YouTube land, and look what I have here for you: 2025 Escalade IQ.
oh, it's not usable. You can't hear a word April says, and then sometimes you can hear what I say. But we got to walk around, look in the windows, basically up close to the Escalade IQ,
Right.
and it is sweet.
It's very cool. They sold VIN number 1 at Barrett Jackson, and it went for a little more than I feel like you would want to.
$500,000 for VIN number 1 for charity,
Right.
obviously for a very good cause. So somebody gets the write-off and they get the very first electric Escalade.
Right.
So amazing specs on the 750 horsepower, 785 pound-feet of torque. A lot of range, so like 400 and something miles of range.
Thank you.
And that's
Yes.
because they had a battery. It's a 200 kilowatt hour battery. So it's like twice the size of what's in our old Lyric out there. It's sort of a
that. It's a bigger car. It's heavier, so it's going to take
It's
more
super
power.
duper inefficient. So, yeah, having
Not
that.
just super, but duper, super duper.
As far as electric goes, it's the same battery that's in the Hummer, but they made this one a little bit better as far as the aerodynamics and stuff, to where it has mid 400s in range. Where the
Are you saying the Hummer's not aerodynamic?
no, it's not. It's not. It is a gas guzzling EV in a different way because of all the power it needs to charge it back up. Like sitting at a charging station, it would take forever to charge one of these things up. But the trade-off is, once it is fully charged, you get that big range that everybody wants, that
Right.
range anxiety. So,
But
yeah.
I like what they did with the Hummer is they put a bunch of, astronaut throwbacks. Buzz Aldrin's footprint is in the speaker. They have the topography map of the Sea of Tranquility on the side.
Yeah.
And just the colors and everything. They use style cues. And I feel like with Cadillac, they could have done something cool, some throwback, put the
You'd have a
ducks.
Hummer over an Escalade?
No, I'm just saying they could have done something more fun with this, like putting the ducks back in the logo or some of that Art Deco styling, like back in the 40s. That's so beautiful and elegant. Like throw some Easter eggs in there, and I don't
suppose.
see any like they did with Hummer.
I think their new generation of styling with Cadillac is amazing. It's great.
Sexy and sleek.
And the Escalade IQ is on a completely different platform from the normal gasoline Escalade. It's the same platform as the Chevy EV that we drove, or the Hummer, or whatever.
Right.
So very different on the inside. Just everything's different about this thing. There probably isn't one part that goes over from the gasoline Escalade or diesel. They sell diesel ones, or at least they used to, into the electric one. So very different, other than they're both giant behemoth bling machines.
They're so big. I mean, it looks just like the Lyric, but like a bloated version.
Yes.
You know, like after you eat a lot of,
Yes.
Mexican food.
And we've had the Lyric now for about 6 months.
Yes.
And I traded in my Cybertruck towards it. Cybertruck is still for sale. I think it's now it's like at $97,000. So they traded in for they gave me 111, or showed that. Sold me the Lyric for somewhere in the mid 40s, something like that.
I hope
so
it never sells.
it's still there. I can buy
Ever.
it back.
I hope it just stays
But
on that lot forever.
what are your impressions? You've been driving the Lyric the most.
I love the Lyric, but it's a little buggy. You know, the door handles, they're inset, and you just kind of push them even like, I don't know, a quarter of an inch, and they'll pop open.
Ours is a 2023.
Right, but they don't pop open right away. Sometimes you have to do it multiple times,
Right.
and it's weird to have to do that with a door.
Yeah, they already corrected it for 2024 and on models. Our 1 year only 2023 is the push button one, where it's weird.
Right.
We just have to deal with that.
Yeah,
So
and it's
the first
a little
year.
buggy with the computer system and the screen. You know, sometimes it doesn't come on right away, or it'll say something wrong, it'll correct itself, a few miles later.
Play
But-
full blast music.
on my phone when I have my Bluetooth connected, and if I get out, turn it off, come back in. When I come back in, it is on full blast. Whatever
matter
I was
what.
listening to off of my Bluetooth on my iPhone, it plays full blast with which is it's literally obnoxious.
It's software over-the-air updates would fix it.
Yeah.
The braking thing you've encountered a few times where the
Yeah.
brakes get weird, right?
No, what happened?
Where it just
Seriously?
randomly stops, like backing out, and then
Oh,
like
right.
the ABS kicking in when
Well,
it doesn't need.
I wonder if does it see a shadow and think it's something, or because it will slam on the brakes to you.
Well, take a look.
GM recalls nearly 22,000 Cadillac Lyriq vehicles for brake issues. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they know it's an
Brake
over-the-air update to fix the weird brakes.
Right.
Because they aren't acting how they should.
Right.
So yeah, there is some issues, some teething with this all-new Lyriq, but overall the ride is wonderful. The styling is old-school Cadillac luxury. I love it. I love it in that sense that they're finally going back to their roots of what made Cadillac great, desirable, and not chasing the sporty European cars
Right.
that Cadillac was trying to do from the mid-2000s on. It didn't make any sense that they were chasing something that they were never going to catch a BMW or Mercedes.
Right.
Build your own car. Build a Cadillac. Don't build a Cadillac BMW. It was stupid. And actually, speaking of the Germans,
Yes.
they gave Cadillac their Luxury Car of the Year award.
What? That
Yes.
the German, because that means a lot coming from Germany. I feel like.
Right.
You know, if it was like the Antarctica Awards or something, it wouldn't matter. But Germany's at the top.
Yes, beating out the Genesis G90 and the Porsche Macan, the Cadillac Lyriq was a surprise winner when votes from more than 30 German and high-profile guest judges were collated. Collated? Collated? I'm reading this.
Correlated.
It's C-O-L-A-T-E-D. I
Collated.
guess Jake can search if that's a
The
word.
World Car of the Year award. Which
Yes.
I'm guessing this isn't EV. It's just car in general.
Correct. Because,
Wow.
yeah, the Genesis G90 and the Porsche Macan are electric. So this beat it out.
I don't blame it. I think it's definitely a superior car. I love it. I love not going to the gas station. The problem is, I was mad at you about something the other day, and I go in the morning and I go to drive it because I just needed to drive, right? And I get in and there's 40 miles of range on it. And I'm like, I'm not going to be able to do a stress relief cruise on this car because I'm going to have range anxiety the whole time.
You could have made something up and said you're stressed out about something from work or maybe Jake or something like that, and not admit that I caused it. That you were.
You just want to go on the road and just kind of clear your thoughts, and that's how some
Everybody
people
needs
do
their
it.
me time every once in a while, I suppose. And I'm a stage 5 clinger, so I don't know. Whatever.
7, no, I'm kidding.
Anyway.
But I have the range anxiety where I can't really go for a trip right now.
I knew it was coming, so yeah, I drained your battery before
kept
you
it
couldn't go
unplugged.
far.
Right.
But then you came back, I made you breakfast. Anyway, anywho. Speaking of Escalades at auction. So Barrett Jackson sold VIN 1 of Escalade for $500,000. They also sold a very early GMT 800 Escalade. And I have all the auction action for you to see right now. I filmed it on my iPhone.
Lot number 44, 2002, Cadillac Escalade. This is a one owner. 99,000 actual miles. Carfax shows damage report on 7/31/2018. Damage reported, minor damage. This Escalade's powered by a 6.0-liter V8 engine made for 4-speed automatic transmission. 10 pounds on the 10 grand. That's nuts. 12,750.
How about that action there?
For people
Was
thinking
it
you're crazy.
Riveting auction action for a 2002 Cadillac Escalade. Sold for $11,750 with 100,000 miles on it in okay condition. Escalades are becoming collector's items. And this one, 2002, a very special year because it is not white diamond tri-coat in 2002. It's it's a much more wider white. So
It looks weird. It looks like it's not a Cadillac. I feel like in that bright color because it looks more sophisticated in the white diamond tri-coat.
Yeah, 2002 is the only year where it got the older GMT 800 interior. So different seats, different center console, older style gauge cluster, older style of the sort of the knobs for the climate control and the radio and all that stuff. So the old generation of that.
When's the
2003 and
first one?
on, it was different. So this is a one-year only
When
stuff.
was the barn door first one?
Oh,
black.
that was in 2000, the first generation Escalade.
Yeah.
So this is the second generation Escalade in the GMT 800. And also a little more in the interior with, there was some nicer stuff. Like the engine bay had its own special engine cover in the 2002s, like a Vortec HO designed exclusively for Cadillac. So, 2002's
you are
a
so
cool year if
adorable.
you're going to have an Escalade.
I'm so excited about this right now.
It was neat to see one. And it was neat to see one, even though it had almost 100,000 miles, get the respect it deserved and sell for $11,750. I didn't bid on it because
Right.
I already got one at home, 2005, white diamond tri-coat.
Right, but there was
Yeah.
one
There was one
that you really liked.
that I was the top bidder
for
on.
you.
So yeah, the holy grail of Cadillac Escalades.
If you can say that in a sentence.
A Riptide Blue 2005 EXT with 1,700 miles.
Wait, it has like not cheating. Those are for real miles.
For real mileage. The lowest mileage one on the planet. Supposedly this was bought as like an extra, like go to the store car for somebody that they never used.
There's no way it has that low miles on
It's
it.
the real deal. The absolute real deal. Just traded in at a dealership, just normally, not like sold. And then this dealer got a hold of it and put it on Bring a Trailer.
Yep.
And I battled it out with the other bidders. And I came out on top for $34,000. I was the high bid.
Yep.
But it didn't meet reserve.
Are you going to be okay?
No.
Did you like email back and forth?
Yes, so afterwards there's an opportunity to buy. But I knew about this car long before it was on Bring a Trailer.
Right.
I knew about it. That was my phone. I knew about it when it was offered up on a car wholesale site for dealers, and it got bid up to there to almost $50,000.
Yeah.
But then they did that, not realizing it had already sold to this guy. Somehow he was able to come in and snipe it, and I think he bought it somewhere in the low 40s, something like that. And yeah, his reserve was 50.
Right.
Or I think it was like a little more than 50. He's offered it to me for $50,000, and I can't do it. I
No,
can't.
it's low, the miles. 1,700 miles?
It is the put away
Yeah.
dream spec. I bought one of these, or bought it for a second. It showed up and it wasn't as described, and
Right.
the dealer let me send it back.
Yeah.
Same spec, but I think around 30,000 miles, something like
Okay.
that. This one, yeah, 1,700 miles. He wants $50,000 for it. But now, like, it's been on Bring a Trailer, and it's been bid to $34,000. So let's say I didn't want to keep it after a couple of years. I have this as sort of its comp forever.
Right.
Anybody who searches the VIN, anybody who's an Escalade enthusiast, which there's more than one. It's not just me. There's people bidding against me, but and others that are very into
Are
these
there,
things.
though? Are you an Escalade enthusiast?
This-
Please let me know, because I think there is.
This
just
car
one.
is known. It's known. It's on the internet now. It has a retail public auction,
Right.
and it only got bid to $34,000. I was prepared to go all the way up to 40,
Okay.
and that's what I said.
Yeah.
But I knew it wasn't going to meet reserve. I figured I'd get outbid, and it was just an off
Did
day.
you offer him 40 through the emails? Mm-hmm. And it's still nothing? Yeah.
No,
That's
no.
tough.
He wants 50.
That's tricky.
So it's a long ways off my dreams of the perfect Escalade, the perfect spec in Riptide Blue.
If you had this one,
is
would
not
you
gonna happen.
sell your current one?
Don't be crazy. I can still drive the white diamond tri-coat one
Right.
as much as
That's
I
your
want. 'cause,
driver.
this
is the trailer queen?
This is the one you put like in a special corner with velvet ropes all around it, special lighting, and maybe I'll make a little informational video for people to click on to learn all about everything with this. And
I'm just worried about your choices
posters
in
and
life, like your life choices and questionable choices.
that is the coolest machine on the planet. That I don't know. I $50,000 is just we'll see. I'll wait them out. Maybe we're still sort of emailing back and forth, but it seems unlikely, unfortunately. So, yeah, a lot of things to love in the Escalade world right now, and it's a pop culture icon. Starting with this, 20 years ago, everybody
I'll give
wanted
you
an
that.
Escalade back in 2003.
I'll give you
and,
that.
the legacy endures to this day, and I'm happy to carry the flame, the torch for Escalade enthusiasm.
I feel like I'm going to get in the middle of you in this.
Thank you so much for watching.
It's like your car porn.
I'd like to get in you in that.